pretty good. I always tell them it is.
I feel like maybe I'm asking the wrong questions.
Oh, me?
To you, yes, with you. It might taste like a little like lettuce because you have some. Well, not anymore. That was the lettuce.
Always something.
Mm. Because I asked you if you were ready to come home, and I asked you if you felt comfortable with your, washing and dressing and stuff. And your OT and PT therapist seem to agree that you're quite capable of hygiene. We always know you're capable of handling your own medicines. You're not, you know,
Right.
your faculties aren't gone where you can't figure out what day it is and take your medicines.
Right.
Um, Dressing yourself, I think Samantha's right, when she said, hey, you just have to be patient with yourself, you know? Just like me recovering from a C-section, like I can't just go out and start walking. I've gained a lot of weight and I have to work on it myself. I'm in a very similar boat as you.
Right.
Um, Showering, I understand. I need help with showering, Pops. I can get in the shower, I can shower myself, I can rinse with the hose, I can change the hose setting and spray underneath my undercarriage, right? But when I get out of the shower, I have to put a towel there and pat myself and then ask my wonderful husband, like, can you put some powder on me? Because I also have to maintain dryness
Right.
or it will cause, the same thing you had.
Right.
Even though my cesarean uh, cut is clean, if I don't shower regularly and I don't clean it, it gets gummy, it gets sweaty, it gets gross,
I know.
and then it causes a problem. So I understand that, and every day it should be clean, and that 5 minutes is not a problem. We can do that for you. So that's not a factor, actually. So I guess the question is because again, whatever choice, it's not, I can just give you the options and speak clearly and openly about your options. The option to have the state take over your uh, whoops, the state take over like where you live, right? Could do that if that's what you want. Um,
But no, I don't think that's a good option.
I don't think so either. I think it would be bad for your health. Or two, you could stay with us, okay? Because truthfully, you can't afford a place like this.
No, I know.
Even I couldn't afford a place like this,
Right.
okay? So, damn, lost my patch. I can't afford a place like this, okay? So, I guess my question I should be asking is why are you afraid to live with me and my family? Or what's holding you back? Maybe it's not even a fear. What's holding you back? What's your hesitation?
I don't know. I don't know as I have a hesitation. I just
Okay. I did come openly with an open mind bearing coffee. Okay.
Yes.
Alone.
Yes.
So that you could be open and feel comfortable being open. So maybe I'll ask this. Are you uncomfortable? Aside from the social life you mentioned, are you uncomfortable living with us?
No. We never have been before.
Okay. Are you uncomfortable having Mimo as your son-in-law?
No.
Okay. I ask you because the next part about what I talk about is probably what I find the heaviest because it's very personal for me. And again, it's not to be offensive or to elicit anger or to upset you. Okay.
Right.
That's not my goal. My goal is to have an open, honest conversation because over the last couple of weeks have been very intense for your health. But there's two things that I feel are happening. One, you don't believe in yourself for whatever reason. You're not confident with your mind and with your body. And I think to the contrary of that, you're very capable. You are not an invalid.
Right.
I don't believe you're ready to be put on a bed in care for someone to clean you every day. Like that kind of thing.
Right. I agree.
Because you are, again, in your mind. You can take your medicine. You can take a shower. You took a shower the day before you went to the hospital.
Right.
Okay. I understand, hey, you got a minute. Can you wash my undercarriage? And you dry off and you get ready. You're like, hey, can you put some powder under my undercarriage? Okay, no problem. That's not an issue. Taking a walk and having company twice a day when you walk, or not having company, you take your walker and you walk and take your rests. Okay. I think you can do that too.
I can.
Because,
I have to do it.
yes, and I have to walk every single day on the treadmill for at least 10 minutes, or I will never get better.
I don't do treadmills.
I'm not talking about you doing a treadmill. And the reason I believe that you can do these things, well, I'll get into that second. The other part, the physical part, is the first, that I know you can do it. I think just doing it, you can build your confidence to do it, which is why we want to get PT and OT to do home stuff, and why we want you to have the same level of commitment with them as you do here, because the only reason they stopped coming last fall was because you refused your exercises. You didn't do them when they left.
Right.
So what was the point of them coming back? If you do them, they'll keep coming back. Okay? And I know you talked to them about the truck driver's husband and the Hayao Miyazaki and Lord of the Rings, and it's like you had conversations with him, which brings back to the I don't want to just be stuck talking to the same 4 people every day.
Right.
And I get that. Me, when I have family and co-workers and different people to talk with.
Right.
Okay. So the second part, physical is the first part. The second part has always been mental. And I say mental, meaning your mindset. And so I will call IBC and ask them about therapy options. Okay, and what that means and how we can do something like that. Because at least as a minimum, I think that will help you get out of your own head.
Right.
Okay. But the second thing is, if you have a problem, Pops, we actually talked about this specific thing before. Back in October of 2021, when you said some pretty unsavory things to Mimo, about Mimo.
Right.
When he was in the kitchen. And we sat down and had a conversation with you around your birthday, basically. That same year, and we talked about it, and I remember talking about it because we asked how you felt, and you said you just felt like you didn't have your own space and you were always around, and you felt very similar to what you're talking about now.
Right.
And so we said, hey, let's get you your own room. Let's arrange it for you. Let's put your chair in there. Let's get you set up so that you feel like have your own privacy, right?
Right.
But it was never and I'll say it again we said it then, it was never an intention to shove you into a corner and wish for the best.
I know.
We consistently say, do you want to come outside? Do you want to have dinner with us? Do you want to come to game night? Do you want to do this? And we're not your people to do socialization with, which I've come to realize. We're not your people.
Right.
We're your family, but we're not your people. For whatever reason. You don't want to kick it with us.
Right.
Okay? I've gathered that. I could be wrong. But I feel like you don't want to kick it with us. Okay?
Right. Well, that's a good way to put it.
I feel like we don't have the same interests. You know? Try not to chew on your nails, Pops. Ugh. Okay, that's the other thing. The thing you just did where you chewed off a nail and you flung it across the room, that shit is not going to fly. Okay, that's part of this mindset thing.
Okay.
You have to maintain a cleanliness to you. All right? Your room can't be filled with cookie crumbs and pasta and fingernail clippings because you don't want to put it in the trash. You could have put it on your plate. I could have scooted the plate back to you.
Okay.
Okay? The level of respect that we're asking for is not great. You know? But I feel like you don't respect me, and I feel like you don't respect Mimo. That whatever you have in your head as far as how you feel about us has come to this manifestation. Like you don't like us for whatever reason. I don't know why. But then you do things like that. And you said, hey, you tear off pieces of your salt and pepper that you can't open, you spit them on the floor. Somebody else has to clean that up.
I usually try to put them
Okay, but the point is, like, you do that because you know someone's going to clean up after you. We don't mind helping you. And I will say that again and again and again. Helping you because you need help is never going to be a problem because you are family. And even if you weren't, we'd still help you.
Okay.
But we're not punching bags or servants or, you know, we'll help you by bringing you food. So bring your dishes out, right?
Right.
Okay. We'll help you by cleaning up, you know, after you, but doing your laundry once a week. We'll help you by making sure your floor's vacuumed so you don't have to do it. But feed and water your bird. Those are the things. Those are the balancing that we're talking about. Because if you truly don't respect us and can't maintain hygiene or civility, and at the same time, I don't want you to feel like you're shoved in your room having to walk on eggshells. I never can say anything. I can never talk to anybody because that's no way to live a life. Right?
Right.
We don't want you to, in a sense, guard your tongue, but also don't be an asshole. There's a balance, right?
Right.
Which is why I feel like if you have some grievances and you don't feel like you can talk to us because it's clear you don't feel like you can talk to us. Otherwise, that whole thing with that person that shan't be named would have never happened.
Okay.
You don't have to look like I'm beating you up, Pops. I'm not trying to beat you up.
I don't know.
You look like a defeated, like a dog that I just kicked. I'm not trying to. Okay. We're not trying to steal your money. We're not trying to kick you out.
I know.
Okay? But you never talk to us about any of these things. And we just want to know that if you're going to stay, you know, of course you're coming back to the house because until you decide what to do next or what you're going to do, where else are you going to be?
Exactly.
But
right.
at the same time, if it takes you 6 months to decide, 2 months to decide, a month to decide, you know, what you want to do, what you truly want to do, during the interim, you have to be You have to be better.
Okay, I know.
And
I agree.
I believe you can be. Ask me why.
Why?
Because in September 13th of 2021, you smoked your last cigar. How many times have you picked up a cigar since then?
Mentally? 1,000.
Physically?
I haven't.
And does it almost make you afraid if someone says you want to smoke a cigar? What would you do? Would you take it?
I couldn't. I can't. It hurts.
That's why I know you can be better. Because even though mentally you might say something, you have to let it go. Even though you're like, thousands of times I've thought, man, it'd be nice to smoke a cigar. And you reminisce about it. Even I think about smoking cigarettes. But I know it hurts. I know it would kill me. Like, there's no simple way to put it for me. I've never breathed better, even though I still wheeze and just the pollen kills me.
I know, and I still cough too.
Yes. But our lungs are clear and have no shit on them. And yet here we are.
Well, they're working on cleaning it. It takes many, many years. Eventually they will.
Okay. But the same way that I know, even though you miss them, and I miss them for what they did, being able to breathe, being able to get away from everything and just enjoy the inhalation of nicotine. Okay, I miss that.
I know.
The same as you.
I never thought I'd get off the patch until one day I just didn't go in and put it on anymore.
I did the same thing. I was like, okay, every day slapping it on my shoulder, and then one day I was just like, guess I don't need this anymore. It's been like a day since I put it on and I didn't get a headache. But the same way that happened, I know that you can give a better mindset. And I believe that just starting with not, if you get her number and you talk to her, so be it. Okay? I don't care. But what I do care about is having someone like that try to drag you down.
Okay, I know, I understand.
And we want you to be happy. Do you want me to look into the therapy?
Yes.
Okay. What else can we do for you to help you?
Well, I think you're doing everything you can.
Well, we're trying, but I feel like there's still these festering negative ideas. And so we just want to make sure.
Well, I gotta deal with that. Some other, I gotta deal with that. I was gonna say it myself, but with help.
We all need help in our own ways. I have a life partner. The world doesn't have to understand the love that Mimo and I have and our level of communication, because the world doesn't have to live with us, right? Like,
Right.
Mimo and I know that we might have open discussions. We're still learning how to talk to each other in a way, right?
Right.
We don't have 22 years of marriage under our belt. We have 3, almost 4 years of knowing each other.
I know.
In a full family dynamic. But the love that I have for him and the fact that he's allowed me to feel good about myself, you know.
I do understand that.
And I love India, and I can pull out the same as I showed to him. I can pull out the Time magazine from 2003 about India that I have in a box.
Right.
I can show you my Hindi books before I met him. The elephant that person got for me.
Right.
The throw pillow that has the embroidered Indian elephant on it.
Right. I know.
All things India. My heart's always been there. And I'm so excited, actually, to go experience being there for a couple weeks.
Right.
It's a chance that a lot of people in this country don't get.
I know. And I'm happy for you.
You know, but at the same time, we want you to be happy for you. And I feel like you're maybe depressed and kind of stuck in this victimized mindset, like my twin brother, that everyone's against you. And of all things, we're not against you.
I know, I believe you.
So, but what did you have? What do you want to talk about or express? Or I know you said you don't know who you are, but at least you know when and where you are.
Most of the time. Yeah. I don't wake up looking out the window trying to figure out exactly where I stopped to sleep. You know. These people crack me up. Not here, but just in the places I've been. Like that right there, guys.
Hello.
Howdy.
Been with the train?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Have a great day, George.
You too.
But,
They were looking for your tray.
of course. But like any noise, people just jump out of their skin.
It's because it's very quiet here.
Well, I mean, and talking about it when I was at the other place too, especially when I was with that James guy, any noise, what is that? Good God, man, it's just the heater kicking on, or the refrigerator kicking on. Chill,
Yeah. Well, it looks like they might let you outside.
Well, people go out. I see people sitting outside there and stuff. Family gatherings and stuff. The dining room, you have to schedule it.
The dining room
You have to RSVP it.
and the cafe lobby are not the same thing.
Okay, well, I'm not interested in either one.
Okay. I just figured, get you out. Bring some cards, but you don't have that much time left, so you'll be escaping here soon enough. You want to take a shower?